Good afternoon, people. Here we are again. Again. I cannot believe we're doing another fucking rant. What is going on with this football club? Real Madrid is bad enough. People have been talking about the remontada, the comeback from 3 goals down next Tuesday. We can't even beat West Ham in between. Relegation fodder West Ham United. What is going on with this football club? There is serious issues that need calling out. I said on the last stream, there's no excuses anymore. We're gonna get into the performance in a minute. Big up everyone who's here already. You know what to do. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. And yeah, here we go. Once again, I'm struggling to find the words to start. I saw a comment as I was joining that I'll put on screen now that I think will start off the show perfectly, because there's no excusing it anymore. Fidelitos, whatever your name is. Pep has blood on his hands. This statement has never, ever been so true in the entirety of Pep Guardiola's reign at Manchester City Football Club. Never in my life have I been so doubtful about this manager. And I've said time and time again, I will never be Pep out. Okay? I've said he's earned the right to go of his own accord. But what he has done the last week is absolutely scandalous. It's beyond a joke. There's no excuses. Anything that he can say in the post-match press conference, in the pre-match press conference, there's nothing he can say to excuse it. There was no reason that Ryan Cherky should not have been on that pitch from minute 1 yesterday. No reason at all, especially after what we watched on Wednesday night. It was blatantly obvious to see for every single average Joe and tactico and absolute gimp who's never played football before to see on Twitter, on X, on every social media site. Everybody could see it except the manager. So this is when you've got to start asking questions. He has got blood on his hands because we've just gone out of 2 competitions in the space of 4 days. The 2 biggest competitions we are out of in 4 days. Because of his refusal to get with the times, his refusal to use the players that we've spent hundreds of millions of pounds on. You cannot tell me we're in a transition phase anymore. It's a transition. It's a transition. You're supposed to progress in a transition. We're getting worse. We're going backwards. It's blatantly obvious to see. This team is regressing massively as the season goes on. And this week, it's all down to the manager and the decisions that he's made. The teams that he's put out have been not good enough. The players haven't been good enough. They've not been playing in the correct positions. They've not suited the strengths of the opposition who we're facing. Like, I'm lost for words. What can I say to defend him? I cannot defend him anymore after this week. I speak all the time about dusty ballers up front. It's honestly, you lot must be getting so bored of me saying the same thing over and over and over again. You can't have dusty ballers up front unless you've got someone behind them to feed them chances. It's basic football. Fabian Delph will tell you it's the basics. It's the basics, mate. It's so obvious, Pep. You've got Marmoush, Haaland, and Semenyo, who are all the same player. They can all put a chance away. Well, I don't even know whether they can fucking do that anymore, especially a certain someone up front. But their main attributes are to put the ball in the back of the net when they get a chance, right? Their all-round game, their first touch, the dribbling, the link-up play, all three of them, it's shite. It's League One standard. Listen, yeah, I can see why Semenyo's got this great story where he's come all the way from the lower leagues all the way to the Premier League, because there's certain elements of his game that are still that level. Yet what does Pep decide to do? Play him in the 10. The position on the pitch where you need the most flair and the most tech and the most vision and the best passing range, he plays Semenyo there. Semenyo. Who literally has got one of the worst first touches I've ever seen of anyone in a Manchester City shirt. The ball bounces off him like he's made of I don't know, like he's got trampolines on his fucking feet. Yeah, I don't mind the guy. I like the guy. He's a forward player that we've got nowadays that knows where the back of the net is, right? So put him in the position to put it in the back of the net. Not in the position that you expect creativity. It's beyond stupidity. It's so stupid. We've got Semenyo in the 10 with Ryan Cherky holding bench again. This guy's been holding bench for weeks now. And the games have been crying out for him. And again, we didn't see him till like the 60th minute. The 60th minute. Yeah, we got a goal that I mean, fuck, the goal was lucky as well. Anyone who tells me Bernardo meant that, you're an idiot as well. It was a lucky goal. We were crap. Simple as that. Absolutely crap. There's no connectivity. There's no connection. There's no fluidity between our front line and our midfield. There's a massive fucking gap between them both. It's like watching a training routine where when you've got possession, the forwards all bomb forward. When you lose it, the defenders all sit there. The team is so disjointed, it's untrue. Yet these players who you expect to see the ball, to be picking up the ball in the pockets, demanding to get in possession, like Cherky, even like fucking Foden used to do, man. Demand the ball to get on it under pressure with a nice first touch, spin out of trouble. And they're all on the bench. Oh, God, I'm so tired of it. It's untrue. I'm so tired of it. Like, it's practically ruined my entire weekend, and I'm just knackered with this football team. It's killing me. Cherky comes on, people. Yeah? What does he do within 10 seconds of him coming onto the pitch? Creates the biggest chance of the game. He creates the biggest chance of the game for Haaland with him being on the pitch for 10 seconds. Shock horror. Everyone pretend to be shocked. Not like we've all been asking for the exact same thing for weeks. And Pep has refused to use him. Over and over and over again. He's refused. I can't. We're not in a transition period because we don't use the fucking players that we're supposed to be transitioning forward with. We're still using the same old boring tools over and over and over again. Nico G, not getting the minutes. Cherky, not getting the minutes. Marmouche, not getting the minutes. It's so fucking boring. Pep's worst trait is that he's overly loyal to certain players in this team. And he is addicted to using the same old toys that he's used for the last 5-6 years. Time is moving on, and quickly. Football is moving on very, very quickly. And we are slowly but surely being left behind. We are being left behind. We are Manchester City Football Club, and we are on the brink of going our second season trophyless. And unless we catch up, and unless we start making the necessary changes to bring these guys into the team, we are fucked. It's as simple as that. And I don't want to hear it about his physicality and his work rate off the ball, Jeremy Doku go. I don't, because he's got it. Turkey does work hard off the ball. He literally tracked back all the way to his own penalty box yesterday to win the ball back off Jared Bowen and then start an attack again. He was the best player on the pitch and he was on for 30 minutes. There's no excuses, bro. There's no excuses. And everyone begs and begs and begs for the world-class best striker in the world to start every game, right? Which he shouldn't, first and foremost. But if he's going to, you need to play Ryan Cherky. It's as simple as that. If Cherky ain't starting the game, drop these dusty ballers, because there's no point if there's no one there to feed them the chances. Because what are they doing? What are they doing if someone's not putting a good ball into the box or a nice through ball in behind? And I don't know what's going on with Pep said at the moment, because even all these interviews and quotes that I'm seeing him do at the moment, he's lost the plot, man. That guy needs a long holiday with Phil Foden. Listen, send both of these two guys to South America for the rest of the year. Some mad ayahuasca retreat where they need to find themselves again. Yeah? Come back in August ready to fucking go again next year, because we cannot have a repeat. We cannot even dream to think about the potential of going 3 years in a row without a trophy. Call me spoiled, call me entitled, because the people that call me spoiled and entitled are the same people that tell me we've got the best striker in the world. We've got the fucking best midfielder in the world. We've got the best keeper in the world. We've got the best manager in the world. We've got the best squad in the world. We've got this, we've got that. Those same people who try and tell me all those things are the ones that try and calm me down and go, oh, it's all right. You shouldn't be too mad. We're in a transition period. Stop talking shit. You've just said it that we've got the best this, the best. We should not be losing multiple trophies to this Arsenal football team. Yeah? Anyone who watches football and who's watched Arsenal this year knows they are shit. They've dropped more than enough points this year. They're probably going to drop more points again. But the unfortunate thing is, we're even shitter. And that's the be-all and end-all of it. They're going to win because we're shitter than they are. And I feel sorry for the rest of football because we've allowed this bum football team to potentially win a quadruple this year. And then what is everyone going to say if that happens? What's Big Steve going to say then? How are you going to calm the whole fan base down then and pretend that everything's all right if we see Arsenal win a fucking treble or quadruple this year? Yo, kick this scouse rat out. It's in a bit. Boss man, whatever your name is. Because I was looking for him. I was looking for him after the game yesterday. I was trying to find him on X. I was trying to get hold with the We Are the South stand. Speak to them, man, there. Because I need a serious conversation with Big Steve. Right? Because he was in here after the Liverpool game because he scored a penalty going, oh, Big Earl this, Big Earl that. Where is Big Earl, Steve? Where is he? We know he's your mate. If he's that good of a mate to you and you will not say a bad word about him in public, go to his house right now, knock on his door, smack the steak out of his hand and tell him to his face that he needs to sort his shit out and fast. Because us fans are paying thousands and thousands of pounds to go and watch this shit. And I'm watching a guy there that's not even trying. Not even trying. The one thing he's good at, the one thing he's supposed to be good at is his movement in the box and he's sniffing out of chances. He does not move. He stands right next to the defender trying to hold his run onto the back post every single time. It is so one-dimensional and shit that it's the main reason why we are no longer winning football games. He gets no service. Are you sure? Are you really, really sure? I seen Big Steve on the Big Six straight after the Real Madrid game blaming Jeremy Doku for the fact that Haaland isn't scoring goals or getting chances. Haaland has 10 touches against Real Madrid. Another big game that he's flopped in, by the way, and getting bodied off Rudiger like he usually does. 10 touches. Who does Big Steve blame? Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku, the only guy who tried to get forward and beat his men and put the ball into the box time and time again. He's the one getting the blame over the £500,000 a week striker with a 10-year contract who doesn't fucking move. It is pure and utter disrespect at this point. Pep Guardiola even came out yesterday and said the strikers need to anticipate the balls into the box. He knows himself. He's digging his own striker out because he knows that his performances have been crap. Yet the main representatives of us as a fan base on social media and on YouTube are the ones that protect him time and time and time again. He does not care about you. He's got a missus. He ain't taking you out on a date. Get off his Viking axe immediately. Or it will continue. Simple as that. He knows he can get away with it. He knows he can get away with it. Because he's just that guy that the fan base will protect to the death for no reason. Nobody's bigger than the club. Nobody is bigger than the club. These player FC merchants are going to be the death of me, man. I ended up finding Big Steve eventually and going on, commenting on his Instagram. And guess what I got when I said the same thing? When I voiced my concerns. Guess what response I got, people? Remember when we were talking about the other day what I said? What are the Haaland fans instant responses? These chat GPT AI NPCs. Oh, but he scored the most goals. He scored the most goals in the Premier League this season. He's got 22 goals. Blah, 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 blah. But what has he done for me lately? Fuck all. He's a flat track bully who scores against dead teams and then ghosts for the rest of the season. And that is exactly what I got. Again, the same chat GPT response from somebody who's probably the biggest advocate of this football club in the media. And this didn't start out as disrespectful or like an agenda or like, I just wanted to see a change in system that I thought would work. But because people are so deluded and we keep continuing to get worse and people are not waking up, it turns me into this. It's turning me into I don't know, a nutcase. Because it's driving me insane. It's driving me insane. He should have never started that game yesterday. Never. One open play goal in like 16 games, man. Whatever it is. I don't care. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. One open play fucking goal, man. We paid him 50 grand a touch against Real Madrid. 50k a touch. We're losing control, people, and things need to change quickly. And I've said time and time again, I'm not on board with like selling, get him out of the club and all this. But please put a rocket up the guy's ass. You've got to put a rocket up his ass and show that he's not untouchable. You need to fight to be in this team. We need dogs. We're supposed to be in a title race. We're supposed to be trying to win a Champions League. These aren't dogs. They're absolute pussycats. Little scrawny, weak ones at that. West Ham United, people. 16 games. In the last 2 months. Yeah, I tweeted this out after the game. In the last 2 months, maybe even 6 weeks, we've dropped points to West Ham, Nottingham Forest, and Tottenham Hotspur. They are 16th, 17th, and 18th in the Premier League. And big Manchester City, who've spent £500 million, cannot even beat these teams. That is not a transition period. That's a fucking crisis. Yeah, I understand dropping the odd game to Brighton and maybe a Chelsea and Sunderland, who were in great form. As shit as those results were, you cannot be dropping points to relegation fodder in a title race. And then we look to our captain's group, our leaders, to get us out of the shit. And what are they doing? What are they doing? Making fucking YouTube videos with the sidemen in a title race. It's like a sketch from The Office. This can't be real life. It just cannot be real. Who else would stand for this? Pep Guardiola should grip him by the shirt and say, do that shit in the summer. Start your YouTube channel in the summer. We're in a fucking title race right now. We don't need those distractions. And yeah, it would have been fine for him to do it if he was performing, but he's not. He's been crap. So put it in the bin. Delete the channel tonight. West Ham United, Nottingham Forest, Tottenham Hotspur. And people say, oh, Arsenal are miles better than us. They've got a miles better squad than us and all this and all that. If you just make sure that you win those 3 games against fucking terrible teams, then we're 3 points behind with a game in hand and then to play at the Etihad. It would be massively in our hands still. But we've dropped 6 points in the last 6 weeks to 3 of the worst teams in the Premier League. I've already done it at Thandale. I did it months ago. And if you haven't already, please do. Please go and unsubscribe. I know it won't make much of a difference, but I don't know what else to do, man. We've got to fucking protest somehow, haven't we? Do you know what I told everyone to unsubscribe on Twitter a couple of weeks ago? Yeah, and do you know what someone said to me? They said, that's really out of order. Why are you attacking the man's livelihood? This is a genuine Manchester City fan said to me, you don't have to attack the man's livelihood. His livelihood. We pay him $500,000 a week. And you're telling me I'm attacking his livelihood because of a YouTube channel. They're not serious. We are not serious. It's laughable. His livelihood, though. His livelihood is to be a professional footballer. One of the highest paid ones on the planet. Oh, God. This is why I lose my head so much, because I'm fighting a losing battle week in, week out. And Pep's come out and gone, oh, I've seen people coming out and saying this, and oh, he's made this decision, he's not played. Yes, Pep. Yes, Pep, because currently the fans clearly know fucking more than you do. For the first time in your career, it's blatantly obvious to see before the game that it was the wrong team. So if you're watching this right now, sort your napper out. Because I can't be arsed with it anymore, man. You're absolutely killing me. Killing me. I've defended you my whole life. Well, not my whole life, but the whole time you've been here. And I can't do it anymore. I'm running out of excuses, bro. Oh. So, yeah, the game was crap yesterday. I know someone's just mentioned this as well, something about Donnarumma. Because he is getting very, very, very close to being on my hit list, you know. He's not quite on it yet, right? Because he has had a few good moments this season, right? But he is getting very, very close to being on my hit list, right? How can you be 6'6", whatever you are, 6'9", 6'8", right? And you are that fucking weak off set pieces. I have never seen anything like it in my life. You are massive, mate. Absolutely massive. You should be dominating that area. And yet you're coming out flailing your arms around like one of those fucking adverts outside a car wash that just go like this in the wind all day. This is how this guy defends corners and set pieces, bro. Comes out waving these fucking Pepper Army arms about with no conviction whatsoever. And it's becoming a serious, serious, serious problem, right? Because the deficiencies are slowly but surely starting to outweigh the big saves that he makes. We're already losing a lot on the ball and playing out from the back, right? For the odd good save here and there. Yeah, I wanted to keep Ederson. Go back and watch my videos from the start of this year, right? I know he's limited in his shot stopping, but the way we build up from the back and the way we play football and the way we break lines all come down to how good Ederson was on the ball, right? I've accepted that it's not going to be as good this year, right? But this problem we have right now with how bad he is off set pieces is killing me. It is killing me. I am shitting myself every time the other team gets a corner. Every single time. It is scandalous. All he should be doing in training is working on set pieces. Or do you know what? He can hold bench as well. One shot West Ham had yesterday. One fucking shot. Guess what else they had one of? A corner. They had one corner and one shot the whole game and scored. Guess how many corners we had? 12. 12 corners. Whoever the set piece coach is at Manchester City, Pep, you say that your team watches social media and sees what the fans are saying. Sack him tonight. Sack him tonight. I have never known a football team that are more of a danger to themselves when they have a set piece than us right now. We nearly concede off our corners, never mind fucking score. We've probably conceded off more of our own corners this year than we've scored. 12 corners, and I don't even think we was a threat off any of them, and they score one. They score one. One. Because of this flappy Pepper Army, man. Get a shirt that fits you as well. That can't help. Because when you go up for the ball and you've got all this fucking baggy shirt on, it's blowing you in the wind. You're about 8 stone pissed wet through. Get some tight fitting fucking shirts, man. It's pissing me off. Oh, the shirts aren't that deep, yeah. I'm just angry. But that does piss me off. Get a shirt that fits, bro. 15 corners, was it? Shocking, man. So where do we go from here? We can't beat West Ham. We're not going to beat Real Madrid 3-0 on Tuesday, are we? We're out. We're out of both the biggest competitions. Listen, I'm going to Wembley next Sunday to watch us against Arsenal in the cup final. Ask me if I can be asked with that, because the answer is no. 8-hour round trip. I'm shitting my kecks based on the thought of us going down there and getting embarrassed off them. And it's our last hope. This could be the worst 2 weeks in Pep Guardiola's Manchester City career. To go out of the champs, out of the Premier League, and to lose a cup final all in the space of 2 weeks. Oh my God. What are you doing to us? I've spoke about Pep, Brad, at the start, mate. I've spoke about him at the start. I think he's lost the plot. I think both his teams in the last week have been horrific. The game against Real Madrid on Wednesday, I'm not sure about the second bit of that comment, mate. That's a bit too far. Fitting square pegs into round holes on Wednesday, just using his favourite toys just to make sure Diaz is in the team, putting O'Reilly back to left back, playing Cousinov out of position at right back when he's been mint at centre back the last few months, hanging Bernardo and Rodri out to dry, who have got no pace against the Real Madrid midfield. His refusal to use Ryan Cherka. It's scandalous, mate. It's absolutely scandalous. And there's no defending it. There's no defending it whatsoever. And I thought he would have learned after Wednesday. But he didn't. He didn't. He played the same bozos again. Listen, I can accept a transition period yet if I actually see the new players being used. We've spent hundreds of millions of pounds, man, and they're just sat rotting on the bench. Listen, we're 3-0 down. We've got nothing to lose. I'd throw everyone on there who he's not give a chance to the last couple of months. I'd throw Trafford in. I'd throw Nico Gonzalez in. I'd throw Marmoush in. What have we got to lose, man? What have we got to lose? Throw him in. Give him a fucking chance. These are guys that probably want a fight for the shirt and fight for the position. These guys are hungry to try and get in the team. Not the guys that are currently playing at the moment who think they're untouchable because Pep makes them feel like that because he never drops them. Throw them in. Throw them in against Madrid. What have you got to lose, man? It's a 3-goal difference. And on my life, I'd drop Haaland. I don't care if it's against Real Madrid. Give me a free-flowing, fluid front three with support coming from the midfield. I'd throw fucking Reinders in as well. I don't even rate Reinders, but throw him in. Why not? Why not? I just want people to be fighting for the place. And then we've got a cup final directly after that, which Haaland will probably start. And if he doesn't score in that game, then that's 9 finals with 0 goals and 0 assists for Manchester City. 9. Big game player. well worth the money? I don't think so. What now then, people? Let's check some of your super chats out, man. Arnett, Ethiopia. Big up, bro. The FA set up against Newcastle is what we need. I've said this all season. I've said it all season. That Newcastle performance the other week and the one in the semi-final, in my opinion, have been the two performances of the season. That is when we've looked our best. That is when we've created the most chances. Please go back to it. Please. I don't care how many goals certain people have. The team performs better on the whole without this one-dimensional, rigid style where we're just trying to get the ball into the box from the byline over and over and over again. I completely agree with you. Miro, Georgie, Haaland or Semenyo should be on the bench. I agree. Completely agree. They're both the same player, if you ask me. Their all-round game is terrible, but they're both decent when they get in front of goal with a chance. But how you sort it out at the moment is the fact that Semenyo's more in form than Haaland is, so you've got to drop Haaland for me. Semenyo's scored like nearly triple the goals since he joined. All from open play as well. So if you're going to drop one of them, you got to keep the guy who's in form in the team, if you ask me. But yeah, I agree. They definitely can't start together. And if they are, then they definitely can't start together without Ryan Cherky on the pitch, because that is just suicide. Big up, bro, for the super chat. Appreciate it. Right. Have we pretty much covered everyone from last night then? They were all crap, mate. All of them were crap. Dry, side to side. Nobody trying to get on the ball except for Ryan Cherky when he came on. It's just absolutely painful right now. Painful. There wasn't one player on that pitch yesterday that was over a 6 out of 10, in my opinion. I think Roger needs to hold bench as well. But again, this guy is being hung out to dry by Pep Guardiola game after game after game after game, 2 games a week, in the midfield on his own. The last couple of times with just Bernardo next to him. Like, the guy's not got the legs anymore to do this defensive groundwork and to put himself about and be athletic and aggressive in there. He's not the same Rodri than he was before the injury. You've got to put someone next to him who can do all the dirty work for him. Because, yes, on the ball, he's still fantastic. He's still key to the way we build up and play football. But he is an absolute liability right now defensively and in transition. If you're going to keep playing him over and over and over again, you need to put Nico G next to him or put Nico O'Reilly next to him to do all the dirty work, to do all the running around. Nico G's got to start for me in the second leg in midweek. He's got to start. And Cherky's got to start. If I don't see both of those two in the starting 11 in that Madrid game midweek, I don't know what I'll do. But I'm slowly but surely losing the fucking will to live. I think his in-game management was terrible again. Someone's just asked about Aït-Nouri. I think the in-game management was terrible again. The fact that this one decision, right, to bring Aït-Nouri off for Doku, just to put Nico O'Reilly back at left back, yeah. After his performance at left back in midweek, he brings Aït-Nouri off to put Nico O'Reilly back at left back after he played so shit against Madrid. And he's bringing Doku on, who needs the support of an overlapping fullback to take a man away from him. So he's not getting doubled and tripled up every time. Yet he keeps the guy on at left back who doesn't make that overlapping run. He's always in the central areas. It's just tactically inept. Every single decision in the last two games by Pep, before the game and in the game, the in-game management has been completely wrong. And don't get me wrong, we did improve after the subs, but that's down to Cherky beyond belief. That was just simply down to Cherky being on the pitch. It didn't change. We didn't get better because O'Reilly went to left back. It's because Cherky come on the pitch and was willing to get on the ball and try things and take risks. Look at Bruno Fernandes the last couple of months under Michael Carrick. I hate that club with a passion. I absolutely hate it. But what he's done, he's put him back into his position as a 10, and he's just allowed him to be him and take risks, make risky passes. And he's absolutely fucking cooking right now on the brink of breaking De Bruyne's record, which, again, pisses me off. And then our creative maestro, who's got all the talent in the world to be that guy, is rotting on the bench. It's killing me. It's absolutely killing me. Genuinely, when do we win our next game? Because the upcoming fixtures are spooky. Well, I feel like we might win midweek, but it won't be enough. We won't beat them by 3. We'll probably have a go. Or we could end up getting trounced, because we'll come out so aggressive and we'll just keep getting hit on the counter-attack. So I genuinely don't know, because we've got Madrid, then Arsenal in the final, then we've got Chelsea, I think, in the Premier League. The way we're playing right now, we don't win any of those games. It's sad to say, but we don't. Have you seen the stat about Nico G as well? S-Fissel. It's like he's got like a 95% win ratio when he's played this year, or when he started this year. And then I think Rodgers is like 40%, something crazy like that, which I know could be coincidence. But the longer and longer and longer it goes on, it's hard to keep saying, oh, it's a coincidence, isn't it? Like, no, look at the stats. Look at the stats. Look at football, how it's moved on since Rodri got injured. The pace, the power. Filling midfields with just big physical animals who love to tackle and love to engage in duels. You have to fight fire with fire. You have to get with the times. Miro, big up again, man. Cherky should start, no questions about that. I think the whole fan base knows. I think that one thing this whole fan base can agree on at the moment, even though it's been kind of dog eat dog, everyone disagreeing, the happy clappers are fighting against the realistic people, the negative people are trying to fight against the happy clappers. One thing that this entire fan base that I think can agree on right now is the fact that this man should be in the in the starting 11 every single game. That's the one thing I think that everyone is in agreement with. Everyone but Pep Guardiola. Which is a serious problem. Big up, man, for the super chat, as always. I feel bad for Mamte. I do feel bad for him because obviously he's not been great and he still needs to get criticism. Right, but he does keep getting played out of position as well. Every single game he's pushed out to that left-hand side. But most of the time he's played without Haaland when he can pick up those central areas. He's been good. His pressing's really good. He's hungry to win the ball back out of possession. Which I think is a massive positive for us. But he's been crap as well, hasn't he, recently? And I do get the sentiment that a lot of people don't think he's good enough. But again, this is another like big money move that Pep's not making work. He is inconsistent, very inconsistent, very inconsistent. I'm not out here going that the guy's amazing and untouchable and he should be first name on the team sheet. But I do think that he's a lot better in those central areas and I want to give him a run of games there. I genuinely do. Yeah, Miro, I think we said this a little bit earlier on. It might be worse than Haaland's, and that's really saying something. Genuinely. After about 25 minutes yesterday of that game, I was put in the group chat and I put on Twitter as well, or X or whatever it is for you young bucks. That Semenyo's first touch is one of the maddest things I've ever seen on a professional footballer. That just comes from him being a League Two and non-league player, genuinely. Like, obviously, he's done fantastic to get where he is, mainly based off his pace and his physical power and his ball striking. But when it comes to first touch and all-round play, that side of his game looks like it hasn't progressed whatsoever. And when you've got three players like Marmoush, Semenyo and Haaland, who every time you feed them the ball, it bounces off them and we lose possession, then you're fucked. You're absolutely fucked and you've got no chance. But for some reason, Pep seems to think it was a good idea yesterday. And I can't, for the life of me, explain why. Shall we do a team for Madrid? Try and put a team together. Listen, because I just want to full send all the guys that have been holding bench now, just to give them a run out and let them show, like, that they want to fight. Like, I'd love to put Trafford in against Madrid, but I just know he won't. So is there any point me saying it when I'm doing my team? There's just no point, is there? Because he's probably going to play the final on Sunday, isn't it? Brad, chill out, mate. Chill out. I don't mind you being here, but just chill out with some of the stuff that you're saying, bro. It's going to be Donner in net, innit? Nah. Trafford on Sunday, Donner in net against Madrid. Then I'm going to go Nunes, Cousinov, Gueye, and Ain't Nora. That is the best back four we've got. That has been the best, most successful back four I've seen all season this year. So please stick with it. Then I want to see the Rodri Nico G double pivot, man. I cannot believe that we're nearly we're halfway through March now and we've still not seen a Rodri Nico G double pivot. So I'm going to go. I can see the sentiment with people saying Nico G O'Reilly, but I want to give Cherky free reign to go and do whatever he wants. And the way to do that is to put two stalwarts behind him who are going to stay in that sixth position. So I'm going to go Rodri with Nico G next to him. Then I'm going to go Cherky in front of them. In the 10, free roll. Just get on the ball, bro. Get on the ball. Make some magic happen. Then Doku. Fucking Doku, Marmoush, Semenyo. Fuck it. Doku, Marmoush, Semenyo. That's my team. Then that's like the 4-2-2-2 that's been successful in recent months, innit? You can have Cherky coming in kind of off the right-hand side, picking up central areas. You can have Doku coming in off the left-hand side, picking up those central areas. You can then have Nunes and Ain't Nora bombing round and creating width and creating space out wide. And then you've got your two man up front, Semenyo and Marmoush, who press like dogs to win the ball back, to be aggressive, to not give Real Madrid any time on the ball whatsoever, to make those runs in behind. And it just gives us that more more fluidity and makes us less predictable. Like these runs could be coming in from anywhere. Do you know what I mean? So that's my team, man. That is my team. Donnarumma, back four, Nunes, Cousinov, Gueye, Ain't Nora. Full-backs bombing high and wide. Then Rodri and Nico G as a double pivot, 2 6s. Then Cherky and Doku. Doku coming in off the left, Cherky coming in off the right into central areas. And then Marmoush and Semenyo up front. There's my team, people. What are people thinking? Do we like it? Do we like it? Big omissions from that team that I've dropped are Diaz, Bernardo, Haaland. But I like that team, man. Well, I don't like it. Like, it's still... like, I still think we're shit, but... Yeah, I'd say 4-2-2-2 for the... That's the formation we've been the best with this year, innit? And we need players that can feed our forwards. So Doku and Cherky coming into those central areas is when we've been the most dangerous, in my opinion. So yeah, put Rodri and Nico G in the double piv, and then just let those four run wild up front. Run ragged. Give the defense a hard time. I don't know, bro. That's my team anyway. I think we win. I think we win like 2-1, but we obviously go out. The damage was done at the Bernabeu. I think, like, I've seen that guy's been given the game as well. That knobhead referee, the one who looks like Trossard. who loves to be centre of attention. So there's probably going to be loads of bookings, probably a couple of red cards, probably everything going Madrid's way. So don't get your hopes up, people. Do not get your hopes up. I'm not expecting us to go through at all. I can't do it, New York Sky Blue. I can't. I've criticised him to the absolute heavens tonight on stream. But I can't say the words, bro. I'm sorry. Right. Before we clock off, any other questions before we bounce? Busy week for City. I'm going to be back for a reaction straight after the Madrid game. I think I've got LB coming on later this week on the channel for us to chop it up and have a little bit of an emergency meeting about what's currently going on at the club. So look out for that on Thursday and Friday this week. And then I'm going Wembley on Sunday. And hopefully be seeing us lift a trophy for the first time in fucking God knows how long. Do you know what? I'd love to. I would love to. Get in his DMs, people, and say that he needs to come on the channel and for us to hash it out once and for all. I don't think he'll do it. I genuinely don't think he'll do it. Listen, no disrespect to Big Steve. Like, I like the guy. I think he's always represented us pretty well as City fans. Just the last year or so, things have started to creep in a bit that are a little bit too PR for me. Wembley Vog, I don't know about that. It's effort, innit? Do you know if you're out? I mean, I'll be sat on the coach for like 8 hours of it. But you know when you're out and about and you're all on the trains and the public transport and you're drinking and that, it's just effort in it to film as you're going. I'd need like a GoPro or something. I might look into it for next year. Or I might try and get a couple of videos and post it on the channel for the channel members. Do a few like shorts and stuff, so you can see what I'm getting up to. So if you want to see any of the action, then you know what to do. Channel members get all these special insights into my life. Pulpy won't come on either. Pulpy, I'll ask him, but he won't come on, bro. He didn't come on LB's panel after us getting trounced off Madrid midweek. Doesn't like the adversity. If there's nothing to happy clap about, then it usually goes missing. I know, Kiki. I know. It's coming. Trying to pump out at least 2 videos a week now. Like I've said, the setup's on its way as well. Getting more of a pro setup in the office room in my house. I've just moved in Anna a couple of months ago, so but we're getting there. We're getting there. By the start of next season, maybe like for the World Cup, it'll be a well-run ship. But we need to start upping the subscriber count, man. Need to get to 3K next, and then to 5K. So need your support. Tell everyone, man. I'm 6'2", Brad. 6'2". Most of these guys are hella tall, though, you know. Like, LB's tall. I think LB might be a bit taller than me, you know. I think LB's 6'3". Step by step indeed, man. Step by step indeed. That's because he's sat on his ass all day, innit? With them headphones on. Nah, but LB's tall, man. He's a proper beanpole. I'm sure LB's 6'3". I liked the P for P the other day, but then West Ham killed it for me, so I just want to take it off now because I really don't believe in the remontada, unfortunately. Why is everyone asking me this? 6'2", bro. I thought I answered that a minute ago. Yeah, I'm trying to, Mick, I'm trying to get more guests on, innit? I try and get, LB comes on once a month, innit? Most of the time, I just know people are pure busy. So I don't want them to be like giving up an hour of their life to come and chat shit to me. Do you know what I mean? But I will start asking people to get on a little bit more, see if we can get some one-on-one chats going. And the rest, Brad, mate. And the rest, mate. I saw LB in Spain. He is, so yeah, he is. He is, man. Get networking, man. You ain't serious. I am serious. I just you got to get that little bit more growth first, aren't you? Before people become more inclined to give up the time. Do you know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, I'm not especially liked in the City community. I don't know why, because I don't know, man. People make it out like I'm some kind of like mad hater and I'm pure toxic and negative, but like I've followed this for like I'm not like new age where I've just known success with this club. Like I've come all the way from Main Road as well. Like my first match as a kid was at Main Road and we got beat 4-0 off Wimbledon. Like then I've got a season ticket the first season the Etihad opened in 2002, 2003. Sat there week in, week out, all through the Stuart Pearce era where we didn't see a goal. Like I've seen it all, and people make it out like I'm some mad entitled guy who's like jumped on the bandwagon for some clicks and for some like, and it just ain't true. Like I've literally bled this club since the late 90s. So I can ask a lot of people to come on, but a lot of people would say no. Swear down. Yeah, I know. I get it though. Some people are different, aren't they? Some people are different. They just like to be happy and not like complain about stuff. Whereas I'm a bare emotional guy, man. I'm if something annoys me, I'm gonna say it. Jay, because you look mad young, you look 2002. Nah, bro, I'm born in 1993. This is what like when Martin and that say it like, oh, LB's only known success and Jay's only known success. Like they don't understand it. It's bullshit. I was born in 93. Like my first game was in like 99. Like I've seen all the bad times. Trust me. I've seen the Division 2, the Division 1, the Premier League, the relegations, the lot. So don't get it twisted, man. Beyond belief, I'm not gonna lie to you. I am so unky with this YouTube game still to this day. I'm still off an iPad. I know LB has moderators and that. I wouldn't even be able to tell you how it works, mate, or how you even go about getting them. Because, bro, when I do a live watch along, I still haven't worked out how to get a fucking score and a timer on the screen. I had to keep telling the chat like what time it was as I was watching it. So I'm so dead at this. And I think it's mainly because of the device and that. Like, I don't think you can do it as much off a tablet. Do you know what I mean? So when I get like the computer and that set up, finally and eventually, I'll be able to do a little bit more. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's coming, man. It's coming. I promise you. I like Steve, but he says some mad stuff. I agree. I like him as well. But he's just gone too PC for me recently. But yeah, Jesus Hunk indeed, man. It is so hunky that, innit? Oh, big up Brian, lad. 33, you look 24. I'm 32, actually. 32. Oh, here's Martin now. Go on, what have I said? So, listen, Martin, somebody sent me on Twitter today about saying LB's only known success, like a video clip of it. That's why I said it, because me and him are the same age. So someone grassed you up. I think it was said on stream last night on the watch along or something. But I'm just letting you know, bro. I've been there from the start. This ain't for clicks, and these reactions are real. Like there's nothing put on here that the likes of Stephen McInerney accuse me of and stuff all the time. It's bullshit. Yeah, we can banter, Martin. Of course we can. That's why I'm saying it back. I'm smiling as well, mate. There's no beef here. Don't worry. Can never top you, main road unks, man. But just know I'm very unky as well, man. What is this Brad guy going on about, bro? What's your Snapchat chat? He's got to be having me on here now. Yes, we can criticise, but 2 years without title isn't meltdown for me. Sorry, it ain't when others haven't won it in over 10 years. Right? Okay, Martin. That's absolutely fine for you to say, right? And this was what my argument was earlier on, okay? Because people keep saying this to me, but the people that keep saying this to me are also the people that tell me we've got the best striker in the world, and they tell me we've got the best manager in the world, and they tell me we've got the best goalkeeper in the world, and we've got the best this, we've got the best owner in the world, we've got like the most money in the world. So if we've got all of these things, Martin, that are the best in the world, okay, and we've got this club that's absolutely fantastic from the top to the very bottom, then why can I not criticise them for going 2 years trophyless? Because we should be good enough to be able to challenge. We should be good enough. You've told me that we've got all of these things, okay, and people tell me that we've got all of these things all the time. So why can I not be frustrated at the thought of going trophyless 2 seasons in a row? Do you know what I'm saying? Miro, remontada against Madrid all season is cut. Listen, if there's somehow that happens midweek, which I don't think it will, let's be real, I don't think it will. But if somehow that happens, then fair play. I'll eat my words and I'll say this team does want to be here and does want to fight and does want to try and win a trophy. But currently, right now, as it stands, I don't believe it because of what I'm being shown on the pitch. Hello, Ario. Oh shit, Martin. Go on then. I'll send it you now. 1 sec. Just do like 15 more minutes or something. Because do you know what? I'm absolutely shattered. You know, been up at like 6 a.m. every morning this weekend. 1 sec. I'll send it on Twitter. Are you still on Twitter? Or are you on Twitter still? I am older than Bernardo. Mad that, innit? Mad. Exactly. And I call him an unk all the time. Martin, are you on Twitter, mate? Still? I'm wondering how to send you the link, innit? Oh, shit. One sec, people. I'm just sending Martin the link, man. Oh, no, I've got your number, actually. One sec. Oh, wow. What is going on, man? Come on. Right, Martin, I'm WhatsApping you. Sorry, people. Bear with me a second. Right, I've sent it. Nah, Brad, I've not fell out of you, bro. Don't worry. You were just saying some mad stuff before, man. Trying to graph me in the chat, bro. Asking for my snap and that. Crazy. Martin, I WhatsApped it you, mate. Here we go. Here's the big man. Drum roll. Aye, aye.
Evening.
What you saying, mate?
You still moaning?
Nah. Me moaning? Never. I've nearly lost my voice the amount of moaning I've done this week.
Listen, what I'm going to say is my opinion.
Okay.
My opinion. Everyone is entitled to theirs. I get it. Do you know why I said it? Because for me, and you hear all this, we spent this 400 odd million quid.
Yeah.
Well, let's be straight, Jay. We spent the 400 million on not very good players.
Do you think that's true though, Martin, or do you think it's just?
Yeah.
Do you think that?
Yeah.
Do you think the manager is underusing the players that we've bought as well?
No, I think what we're doing is, I mean, I've been having a look at this all the last few days. Other than Donnarumma, Reinders, and Cherka, who we bought with that money?
Are you talking this season or including January last year?
I can't include. Well, I'm talking January last year. I can't include Semenyo and Gay because they've been here for 6-7 weeks. And I'm sorry, I can't expect players after 6 weeks to come in and I'm putting my whole. But my worry is we're sticking our title hopes on 21 and 22-year-olds. I'm not saying they're not very good players. I'm not saying they're excellent players. What I'm saying is, I haven't worked for Chelsea. I haven't worked for many clubs who do this. Who we really gone out and bought money on ready-made first team 11 players? Who?
This is the argument, right? Because it's hard to say.
I haven't done it.
That they're ready-made, Martin, when we've not seen them enough. Because you think about players like Marmoush, Nico Gonzalez, like who have shown that they have got quality when they have had the chance, but they're just not getting that chance. Similar to Turkey at the moment. Everyone in the fan base, what I was saying before, the one thing that everyone in this fan base can agree on at the moment, even though everyone's been losing their heads and falling out and stuff like this, is that he should be in the starting 11 every single game. Yet he's being underused again by the manager.
But Jay, 6 months ago, people were asking, we have no physicality in the midfield. Okay. So now he's gone to more physical midfield. You are going to lose some of that creation. Because you remember at the time when we had Cherky and Foden together, you had Cherky on the wide right coming in, you had Foden in the 10, and you had Nico J. Where was Nico O'Reilly then?
Yeah, well, he made that switch
He's
after
at
the
left
New
back.
Year, didn't he?
Yeah. So he's at left back. So to get the physicality, he's brought, obviously Rodri's come back. Here's another thing. We can't play transition football with Rodri.
No, you can't.
Rodri's not a transition footballer.
No.
Because you think about it, if we're saying let's get the ball over the top to Haaland, well, your midfield just becomes there to playing spotters. Because they're like that all the time then, because the ball's above them.
But this is where it's really disjointed at the moment, because he's built this midfield now of with aggression and with physicality, like you've said. But then he's got players up front, for example, yesterday, Marmoush, Semenyo and Haaland, who can't link up the play, who can't come deep and pick up the ball, who haven't got a good first touch to get us out of trouble and hold the ball up when we try and get up the field. So it's so disjointed at the moment, and we've got this massive gap between attack and midfield, and there's zero creativity there, and we don't even look like scoring, Martin. And it's so one-dimensional and boring to watch.
That's where I disagree with you, because I think we do create chances. It's the finishing. You look on average, mate, we create 15 chances a game. Do you know how many? I had a look yesterday. Do you know how many chances that you've created in the Premier League? Over 330.
So does that mean we're blaming Haaland then?
I'm blaming everyone who's finishing. We can't finish.
Yeah, including him though, who's the money that he's on.
You know, the trouble is, you can look, for me, it's not an individual player, because you can look at every single player in the squad, pull up their stats, and they're not good. Doku and Savio have 2 goals between them in God knows how long. Yeah? Not good enough. Foden at the minute, not good enough. Cherki, as much as Cherki's been good, he has 1 assist in 11 games.
But 11 games that he doesn't start, Martin. He doesn't start.
No, he has been starting them, Jay. It's just people are not mentioning the games he started in.
The last 11 games is this? Or
you look at him, he has started them. Yeah, his last 11 Premier League games, he has started some of them.
Some of them.
Mamouche. But let's be honest, Mamouche, I think, is a good player. The problem is, let's get it straight, he's not a Pep player.
So where has Pep lost his identity then, Martin, all of a sudden? Because he keeps playing these guys, and the players like Cherki, who are Pep coded, and the play even like Nori getting dropped against Real Madrid in midweek, he's a Pep coded player as well.
Yeah, because he had a knock. People didn't know that he had a knock. That's why he moved him there, and he started cushioning off on the right. Because he really explained that he wanted to go up against him. He wanted to do what he did with Kyle Walker, didn't he? Do you remember how every time we played Real Madrid, he rolled out Kyle Walker?
Yeah.
He was trying to do that. It wasn't about the going forward. It was the defensive aspect. The problem is we've done is, you go back to last January, we spent 35 million on Victor Hayes. He's not here. 15 million on Echeverria. He can't even start for Girona right now. Yeah. We spent 11 million on Naipan, and he went to Middlesbrough and he's in our EDS. We spent 30 million on James Trafford, he's a backup. People got it, Nico J, people ain't going to like this, he's a Rodri backup. I know that's harsh to say, but right now, we're in the devil in the deep blue sea. You've got 2 or 3 players that are in very important contract negotiations. Very important. If you suddenly drop Rodri now, which there is an argument for, I hear it, but the trouble is, you're going to end up losing Rodri then. So do we go right back to basics and start again?
Probably.
Do we need to let some of these go? Because here's the thing.
Rodri should know that he shouldn't be playing 2 games a week, though. We've got to be smarter. The manager's got to be smarter to manage the workload of these players. But
this is the problem is, I'm going to be straight with you. It's like I said this last night on the show, Savio. If Savio had come in when you had KDB, Mahrez, Sterling, do you know what? And you're winning, he's got that time to develop. So he's not an important player to be counted on, if you know what I mean. He's coming in and he's learning. The trouble is, we've bought too many project players and then expect them to win now. We've stopped buying the win now people and bought the young project guys. And they're not ready to win now, Jay. They're not there.
There's a couple though that Martin that are in there as well that should be win now and ready now. Like Reinders, he's late 20s, full-time international.
I think Reinders is probably the only one.
Again, come off a great season in the Bundesliga, similar age into his late 20s.
He's not a Pep player, mate. But again, the trouble is, Jay, this is the. Like I've said this to you before. We bench you. The problem is we have benched Haaland. We have recently. If we start benching Haaland on the regular, then we're going to lose Haaland, which is, I get it. No player's big in a club. I agree with that. Exactly. But then sell him then. Because he isn't going to sit on a bench.
But do you want a guy at the club who isn't willing to fight for his shirt, Martin, and fight for his position? Nobody should be untouchable.
Name me a player who does that, Jay, now. In 2026. But right, Jay, Mo Salah at Liverpool got dropped and had a padder.
And he's a smacked ass, yeah. And
do you know what, Jay?
And if Haaland did that to us, then I'd say, let him go. Then.
Isak,
let him go.
Right, Isak didn't get what he wants. What happened?
Well, you don't want these toxic guys at the club.
No, Jay, it's not toxic. This is footballers of today.
Well, I don't.
The mad asses.
Fuck them off.
The mad. I'm sorry. This is not when we went and we had like fucking Jim and Jeff Whitley and all them giving it their all. And some of them now are like, well, if I'm not playing, I'll go. Because these know they can go elsewhere now.
It's scandalous. I
agree.
He needs
totally
a
agree
rocket up his arse, though, man. And if you can't drop him to put that rocket up his arse, then what are we doing here? What are we doing here? And if he's not willing to fight for his shirt after he's been dropped, then fair enough. If you don't want to fight and die for Manchester City Football Club, then go. Then go. I will never pick a player over my football club. And I don't care how prima donna or how mint they are and how popular they are and how many shirts they sell. If you're not willing to die for this shirt, then leave. That's it. That's it. Nobody should be above dropping, in my opinion.
You know the trouble is, and I was talking about this mate earlier. You look at the stadium. How many fans are there just for Haaland?
Yeah,
shitloads.
It's shocking.
This is the problem we've got in football today.
I don't want my fan base to be like that though, Martin, because they're not the people that I want in the ground either. Like you think
That's
about
the
atmosphere
problem,
and stuff nowadays. Like
shit.
It's not that exciting to go to nowadays, the home games at home, unless you're playing Champions League or against one of the big six sides. It is becoming like a tourist attraction and a glazed fest to these players who are Player FC rather than Manchester City FC. It's fucking stressful, man, and it's killing me.
But what we should have done was we should have spent our money in better. Instead of trying to do this, let's build them up for the next 4 or 5 years.
For sure.
We shouldn't have done that.
Serious mistakes made by the club in the last 18 months with the money.
Yeah, we shouldn't have done that. We should have gone and bought, it's like the Mark Gay. The Mark Gay signing again, because the Mark Gay signing was brought forward for when Stones and Ake go, yeah?
Yeah.
So like this summer, if we're going to let Rodri and Bernardo go, right, so you're bringing an Anderson and maybe a Tonali. That's ready-made, yeah? They're the kind of players I'm talking about. They're ready-made. I don't want any... I'm sorry, we've gone too far the other way into Project FC now. We've done Project FC for too long. And it's backfired on us. Because you know yourself, when Rodri was first there, and all these other players that were legends, it took a year, 18 months to get used to it.
Rodri was shit
but what we're doing now, Jay, we're not giving them that time now. Because they've come in a bit of a shit area, they've not got that time. But they've got to do it now.
This is where I think that the manager's got to take some blame, though, as well, Martin, because he's not giving them the opportunity anymore because he's become too addicted to these old toys that he's got, like his Rodri's and his Bernardo's and his Ruben Diaz's. There's no way in hell that Nico Gonzalez shouldn't be playing more minutes for this football team. There's no way in hell that Ryan Cherky shouldn't be playing more minutes for this football team. So he needs to stop that as well. The manager, nobody's ever going to grow into the team.
I agree. People need to rotate, but the problem is you've got to play Nico. You've got to drop Rodra,
which should be fine. That should be fine. The amount of fixtures that we've got to play with him coming back from the injury that he has, he should.
Managers don't.
Games a week anyway.
I agree. Managers don't do that. No manager does that. People said Pep's got favourite. Every manager has favourites. The next manager we have after Pep will have his. I don't think it's favourites. I call it trusted.
Yeah.
That's all managers, by the way. Ferguson had his trusted lot. Mourinho had his trusted lot. The guy Klopp had his trusted players. Arteta has his trusted players. When does Arteta ever drop Saka or Rice? He doesn't drop them. Because that's just football management. That's just football managers in general. This world of rotate everyone around and everyone's nice doesn't exist. Why do you think Oscar Bob got on his bike? Why did Cole Palmer get on his bike?
They don't play, man. They don't play.
And that's what happens. If you don't play, you go. And I'm sorry, this is the problem we've got. The worlds of having these big squads. I was talking to an Arsenal fan last night and I says, how are you keeping your squad up there? And he said, because we're winning. The minute we stop winning, they'll all start moaning.
Yeah. Well,
when you're winning,
that's
you're
quite
happy.
hard to say about Rice and Saka currently.
Yeah.
The team's winning, in it, so it's a kind of a different situation where the fact that Pep is still using the same people over and over and over again when we're not winning games, and we're in this situation now where we're on the brink of going out of 3 competitions in the space of 2 weeks and going trophyless again, then it shouldn't be a case of they can't be dropped. It shouldn't be. They've got to know that if the team is performing, then changes have got to be made.
Yeah, I agree. But I don't know which way to go is. Listen, for me, I think Pep will be here till the end of his contract.
Same.
But we've still got 2 cups to go for. Personally, I do think we'll win on Sunday. I do think we'll win and we'll bring the cup home. And then obviously, we should beat Liverpool at home. Jesus, they can't even beat Tottenham at home. Jesus. So yeah. And we'll just see where we land.
I know. And I just hope that we can at least grab that Carabao. I genuinely do, because...
Do you know what it's different for me, Jay, is? If we were 5th or 4th, I'd be with you. But we're 2nd. And everyone at the start of the season was happy to challenge. And it's gone from happy to challenge, now we must win.
Do you know what I think doesn't help the situation, though, as well, Martin? The standard of the teams that are around us this year. I think that we should have watered the league this year. Watching how Arsenal play, watching how they're scraping through, they're barely by the skin of the teeth. The games that they've dropped points in already this season, I still believe that they'll drop points before the end of the season. We should have beat them to the Premier League title this season. I do not rate them one bit, and we're potentially going to hand them a treble at the end of it, which will hurt me more than us not going trophyless, to see them potentially even eclipse what we've done in the past and maybe even get a quadruple. That it's not worth thinking about.
Jay, the problem is, in a way, we are our own worst enemies on this. Because when Mancini was there, we got a league, we were happy. We went a season or 2 without a league, yeah, they got rid. Pellegrini won the league, we were all right. I think because we've done so much so soon, and I mean so much, it's hard to go back to normal. It's like having a model 10 out of 10 looking bird, and then she gets rid of you, and then you go back to a sort of 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
You want to go back to the 10 out of 10. And I get it. I get everyone wants to go back to winning the title every single season. But maybe we just got to embrace it for a bit, win the cups, and then we'll get back. Because I'm telling you, we're not going to do a United. We're not going to do an Arsenal. Our board are too switched on to allow that to happen.
I just think whilst Pep's here as well, you want to do it whilst Pep's here. Everyone says he's the best manager in the world. So if he's only got another year left after this, this is when we should be winning trophies, because you don't know what it's going to be like when that transition does happen. Do you know what I mean? I know we can be confident and say we won't be the same as them now, but you never know.
By the way, sorry, can I respond to someone in the chat? I know, just you said about we went all out in Jan. Well, we didn't. Do you know why we bought Gay in January? Because we had we had injuries. Mark Gay was not coming in. That wasn't the plan. Mark Gay was a free transfer in the summer. We were going to be involved in that. The reason we paid the money is because Diaz and Gabardio were out. They weren't going to go with Max Lane for the rest of the season. No chance.
I think they should have done Gay in the summer, mate. I think it ended up coming 6 months too early, but in my opinion, it came 6 months too late. I think we should have done it in the summer.
Maybe it was just it's the Gay one was just
a lot of work was done anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah, and people think I'm all right with I'm all right with losing. I can't do anything about it. This is my other thing. I think fans think they've got too much power and they haven't. I'm not okay losing, but what does me throwing my toys out the pram going to change? I'm not on the board. I'm not on the board. I don't have a direct line to Biana or Pep. Nothing I say is going to change that. Pep Guardiola doesn't give a, or Viana, or Caldoon gives a damn what anyone says on YouTube. This is just for us to vent.
In his conference this week, didn't it? About
this is for us to vent. This is for us to vent. This isn't for bloody Pep Guardiola to come and do a bloody tactical breakdown because Jay and Martin have had a chat or LB's done a show.
Well, to be honest, I hope he starts showing Haaland my streams after this week, man, because maybe that's the kick up, the rocket up the arse that he needs, man. If you're not going to drop him, then show him what I've been saying to him the last week. Maybe that'll work, because I'm running out of ideas, man. Oh, God.
Well, here's my thing. If we're going to start panicking over second place, then that's when I do worry, because then we're in the Chelsea model. Then we're just sacking managers all the time at that point, and that's no good for me. I don't want to go back to the bloody 90s and 2000s, Jay, when we were sacking managers every week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that.
No, and I've always said, Martin, throughout it all, and as much as I've criticised, well, this is the first week ever where I've fully criticised Pep for his team that he's put out.
Listen,
but I've never been Pep out. Never been Pep out.
No,
never will be Pep out.
Pep has messed up. Pep has messed up this week. Here's the difference. Me and you have criticised Pep. I've criticised Pep all my shows this week. But because I won't say Pep out, I'm a bad guy. I have criticised Pep. I said he messed up. I said he chose the wrong 11. But other than that, I'm not. Would I sack him? No. No. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I think he's up for criticism 1,000%.
100%, he's got to be up for criticism, because everyone has the flaws, man. He's not perfect, but he's got enough. He's got enough in the bank for him to go with his own.
You know the biggest problem is people want Manchester City, and by the way, I say this in all fan bases. Everyone's trying to be Real Madrid. Everyone's trying to be Barcelona. We're not them clubs. That's just the fact of it. We're not Real Madrid. I don't ever want us to operate like Real Madrid.
Nah,
I don't.
Especially not.
I don't want to be. Smacked asses like that. And I just think, it has been a bad week. We've been utter shit, and you've just heard me say it, Jay. We've been utter shit. But other than me saying we've been utter shit, I can't do anything. I'm not on the training ground tomorrow morning going out with them. I'm not. So I don't know.
Well, hopefully Pep will be, and hopefully Pep's. Well, I mean, after his comments after yesterday, you'd have thought he'd have learnt his lesson. He kind of said that he made a mistake and realised what his mistake was. A little bit too little, too late for me, but it'll be interesting to see what the team is that he puts out. against Madrid. Do you give us any hope, Martin, in the comeback?
We've got to score. We've got to score in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We've got to score in the first 10 minutes. And
Do you know if we would have gone and blown West Ham away like we should have done last night, I think I would have gone into that game thinking you never know, man. You never know. But just after last night, man, I think it's killed me. It's killed all my hopes.
I know they're up for it, Jay. They're desperate. That's all they're talking about. All they're talking about is Madrid. I think that was part of the bloody issue last night. Because here's the thing is, were we crap last night? No, we weren't crap. West Ham didn't do nothing. Honestly, Donnarumma could have gone and Donnarumma could have gone and sat with Pep in the stand.
One shot they had.
Yeah, off a corner. It was again. It was 100%. It was Donna's fault. 100%. But I've got to say, I thought when the subs came on, they all looked lively. Thought they all looked lively when they come on. But we've got to. The Semenyo in his position makes no sense to me.
No, 0 sense. Absolutely 0.
Makes no sense to me.
0
I
sense.
I think the trouble is we have to make a decision. We're caught, like I said, we're in this silly decision making because if you're gonna, we've got half players that can play transition, and we've got half players that want to play tiki-taka. And the two of them aren't mixing at the minute. It's like oil and water. We need to make some tough decisions. And if it has to be dropped Rodri and he goes in the summer, then fair be it. But then, Jay, I don't want to hear off anyone in charts. Why did we let Rodri go?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear why did we let Rodri go? Because then he's gone.
Everyone's saying the KDB again now, aren't they? After
this is what I mean. I can't. Once you've sold someone or you've made that decision, there's no going back. So if we do say we do sell Haaland and finally they want to do that, and he goes and scores 100, 200 goals for Real Madrid, don't want to wait, let's bring Haaland back. Because that's gone.
I would never, trust me.
No, I don't mean from you. I just mean in general. I just mean, and this is because we do it all the time, don't you remember? Or when Cole Palmer left, we were all going, what a great deal. Now we're all going, we should never have sold him. We always look in hindsight.
I think he's been shit recently as well, Palmer. I'm not that bothered about him.
I agree with that.
It's not showing. It's not looking well for the World Cup either because I think he's shit. Obviously, Foden's shit at the moment. Saka's shit at the moment. Bellingham's shit at the moment. We're looking screwed for that World Cup in the summer, man. None of our players' performances are performing at the moment. What about Sunday, Martin? Are you going?
I'm a going. There's a bear shit in the woods.
And you think we win, yeah?
I actually think we do win. I actually think we'll win.
They've not impressed me recently, Arsenal, at all. 2 goalkeeper howlers against Brighton and Everton the last 2 games has got them.
Do you know the difference this season is a lot of Arsenal aren't playing much better than us. The difference is Arsenal are getting the spin of the balls all the time. They're getting what we have. Do you remember when we got the 4P in that 4P season? We weren't great, but we were getting the ball bounce. We were getting everything. Arsenal are just getting that. Arsenal can be dog shit in 92nd minute, and then Pickford drops a baller and gifts them one. And you're like, that was us 2 years ago.
The stars just seem alive right now, don't they?
Yeah. It's like last night, we're hitting the bar, we're hitting the post. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Just can't, it is what it is. You just got to move on with it. And listen, it's not been great, but my thing is, all I asked for this year was challenging, and we are doing. We're challenging. So that's why maybe I'm less panicky because they're doing we expected.
Do you think we're still challenging?
Oh, no, it's over. No, it's over now. It's over now. I've already congratulated
after last night. Did you still believe before last night? So last night was the final.
Last night was the final nail, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Last night was the final nail. Because I just sat there going, I'll be honest with you, we're going to drop more points. And do you know what else it was? It was Arsenal, the way Arsenal beat Everton and went, these are just going to do it. everything's going their way. They're bringing on 16-year-olds and scoring. That was us 2 or 3 years ago. We were bringing on the kids. Oscar Bob against Newcastle. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Get the winner. That was their Max Dowman moment, was our Oscar Bob moment.
Yeah.
It's just aligned for them. Listen, it's took them 6 years to get to this. Won't take us 6 years to win a title again. We won't go 6 years.
I'd like to think so.
That I do believe.
Certainly hope not.
That I do believe, Jay.
Well, it starts with Sunday, mate. Hopefully we can get that one over the line, and then these players.
Well, if we don't win on Sunday, I'm going in hiding for fucking weeks.
Yeah, probably for the best, mate. But yeah, cheers for jumping on, pal. I appreciate it.
Yeah, big up, mate.
I've got 21 super chats to go through here, so I'll just run through these before I go. You might as well jump off, mate. Cheers, brother.
Mate.
Catch you
Cheers.
Right, people. Always appreciate Martin coming on. We have a lot of difference of opinions, difference of styles, but those make for the best conversations, don't they? I did notice that I had 21 super chats, so I'll jump whiz through these now. I've already stayed on 50 minutes later than I'd planned on doing. So yeah, big up everyone who's sent a chat in so far. The FA set up against Newcastle. We went through that, didn't we? I think Arnie for you. Haaland or Semenyo is on the bench. We've done that. Miro George, your starting 11 for Madrid would be Donnarumma, Kuzunov, Diaz, Gay. I don't want to see Kuzunov at right back again, personally. I think he's got to play centre-back. And in my opinion, there's no reason for Núñez to be dropped. He's been our most consistent performer this season. So, in my opinion, Núñez starts Kuzunov centre-back. But I respect it. Rodri, Doku, Cherki, Foden and Silva, Haaland and Semenyo, all guns. Attacking, mate. And we've got to go attacking, to be fair. So, respect it. Cherki should start. No questions about that. Again, I think the whole fan base agrees on that. Semenyo is quality, but his first touch is dog turds. Again, agreed. Reinders only runs like Dutch James Milner. Crap. I think his all-round game, like we said, is extremely limited. But one thing that you can't deny is that he's actually a great finisher when he gets on the ends of chances. We've just got to make sure that we're creating those chances for him. Because unfortunately, he's probably our most informed goal scorer at the moment, so he's difficult to drop. I saw LB in Spain. He is tall. I like Steve, but he says some mad stuff. I agree. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that he says that I don't agree with as well. I am 98. I saw Borough beat us 8-1. The rest is good. I thought you meant 98 years old then. But do you mean you're born in 1998? Must be that you're born in 98. Because if you're on YouTube chats and you're 98 years old, Miro, Georgie, then respect, my man. Remontada against Madrid, our season is cut. Agreed. Well, that and the final on Sunday. I think this week is the biggest week in our entire season. We've got a chance to fight and show the fans that we're serious on against Madrid in the second leg. And if we can somehow stay in that competition, then there's no reason why we can't go on to win it. But Sunday's the big one for me. Sunday's the big one for me. Final chance to beat Arsenal. Chance to get some of these players who haven't tasted success yet, their first trophy, to hopefully add to that hunger and their drive to want to get more going forward. I think Sunday's a must-win game in that Carabao Cup final. Hello, Jay. Big up, Ario. Hello to you too. I still remember Popey saying O'Reilly's crap. So do I. Reinders is crap. Don't rate him at all. He's not sold. He's not sold for me at all this year. But again, we've seen players be crap for the first year in the past, like me and Martin were saying a bit earlier on. Rodri was terrible in his first year for Man City. His nickname was Plodri, so I'd like to think that Reinders might come good next year. He shows good signs with his ability to make runs off the ball and get into the box. So I hope he can do it. I am a little bit sceptical. with the way the game's going in the Premier League. It's all about pace, power, aggression. I think he lacks a lot of that to be able to play midfield for us. But you never know. We'll see, won't we? Ask Martin what can Rangers do? Can't pass, runs like Dutch Milner, can't shoot. This has been my problem. Most of the questions that I've asked around Reinders is what does he actually do? Like I've just said, I think his main skill is his ability to make runs off the ball, kind of undetected runs, like beyond the striker. He arrives into the box at the right time. You can't deny that the guy does get a lot of chances in games because of these runs. His problem at the moment is his finishing's been very, very poor. He should have had a hat-trick against Newcastle last week, but his finishing has been very, very poor. So there's no point having the skill of getting into these areas if you've not got the ability to hit the back of the net. And that's where he's going wrong. What's Martin's starting 11 against Madrid? Oh, I've missed it now, Miro. We'll see if we can see if you can ask him on Twitter, innit? I take 7 out of 10. Love Bird Martin. Vinny Company after Pep. I've been on the Vinny Company train for months now. Not saying right now, but when Pep does eventually leave, he's the man for me. The football playing at the moment is beautiful. The respect that he has at the club, the respect that he'll immediately demand from the players. The fans will obviously back him from the get-go. He's 100% the man for me after Pep. Carabao smashing the London Mugs and FA Cup, I take 100%. Mangala had better touch than Semenyo. It's close. I like Kieran and Dewsbury Hall, Jimenez at the World Cup. They're probably in with a shout of getting on the plane, to be fair to them. There's a couple of tidy little midfielders that are in with a little bit of a shot now. Because I was really pro Morgan Rogers, me, up until a couple of weeks ago. He fell off a bit now, but he was probably the best one for me for the majority of this season. Wharton and Dewsbury all are class. Yeah, I rate them both tidy ballers. Big up Miro for all those super chats, bro. Really appreciate it. Big up to everyone else who sent a super chat in as well. I can't believe the time. That's absolutely flown. Big up Justin, man. How's it going, pal? I always see you sending a lot of comments on the streams as well. So big up, bro. So yeah, that 2 hours has flown by. I was only going to do 8 till 9, but you've kept me on for 2 hours. We got a little one-to-one with Martin mixed in there. Broken Record Jay was going off about the same old fucking shit and the problems that this club is clearly facing right now. They've got one more chance to win me back round this week. One more chance. Give me something against Madrid. Give me something. Even if we don't win and progress, just give me some hope. Give me some hope going into that Arsenal game on Sunday, please. I want to see some fight. That's all I want from this team. Fight for the shirt. Fight for the fans. Please, give it to me. Like I said, I think we'll win 2-1, 2-0, something like that, but we'd end up still going out. But we need a win going into that Arsenal game. I'm telling you. But yeah. So there'll probably be quite a few shows coming on out this week. Keep an eye out for them. Real Madrid reaction after the game. Like I said, I'm going to get LB on later this week to chop it up with him. A little bit of an emergency meeting before the final on Sunday. And then I'm going to be at the game on Sunday, so I'll be travelling to Wembley all day. So I probably won't be out and about on the old YouTube channel at the weekend. But I'll try and get back as quick as I can for a reaction on the Monday. But much love to everyone who's joined the stream. We had 300 plus people in here for the majority of it today. Love you all for the support as always. I'm so surprised that people still want to hear me fucking ranting and raving about what we've watched and what we've seen from Manchester City the last few weeks. But enough respect. please, if you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button. Let's get to 3K, man, before the end of this season. And then we can try and push to 5 for the beginning of next year, innit? Lots of plans coming up with the channel. And like I say, I can't do it without you lot. So please, 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 as always, like, subscribe, hype it up. And I think that's it. Bedtime. I'm absolutely knackered, people. Absolutely shattered. Busy weekend. City have killed me off. I'm absolutely drained. Back in work tomorrow. So, yeah, I hope you all have a great week. I hope City can get the job done for us all against Real Madrid. And I'll catch up with you all then, people. But for now, as always, peace and love. Peace out. And I will see you next time. See you in a bit, everyone. Bye-bye.